Ariel Williams. Since estrogens are a chemical that affect females, I was curious if they would affect males. Male betta fish fight each other because they are incredibly territorial. In the wild, bettas have miles of rivers to swim through when it's not drought season. When one male enters another territory, two may show aggression, but a fight may not happen with plenty of room to retreat. During a fight, the two male bettas will fan out their fins and puff out their gills, flaring to make themselves look twice as big. This act is done to intimidate and scare off the opponent. If that doesn't work, they'll nip at each other until one of the two retreats. 9 betta were put into 3 groups: Control, Black Cohosh, and Don Q. Water was changed weekly after being treated with water conditioner. The experimental group were given 5 drops of Black Cohosh or Don Q at water change. A mirror was placed weekly to observe aggression, gill flaring. Color change and gill flaring was observed for 6 weeks. On average, all of the control fish had no significant change in color or aggression. The experiment fish had a slight color change in 2 fish, and all fish exhibited decreased aggression levels. These results mean that further testing is needed to determine the effect of estrogen on wildlife. Not only is more testing needed, ways to stop the exposure to these chemicals are needed. In such a short time, I was not truly sure I would result. But in 6 weeks, I noticed changes in behavior, but not color. My hypothesis was partially correct. The fish did not become less aggressive in the experimental group. The experimental fish underwent a slight color change, although I hypothesized they would not. Most of the fish lost a little of their color. None of the 3 fish in the control group underwent significant color changes or aggression changes. The estrogen mimic used did not produce drastic changes. This experiment was 6 weeks, but I did observe the fish not being as active as when I first brought them home. The twin tails was the most sensitive to the estrogen mimics. To make my project better, I could have used more fish and conducted my experiment for a longer period of time. Not all of the control fish responded to the mirror stimulation.